Another Saturday, another victory for the Hogs as they get their first SEC win of the season. Woo pig!
Well, we saw the return of humidity this weekend, but we have some more relief from that with the return of much drier and comfortable conditions going into next week, our first taste of fall weather. More details on that coming up.
Police are investigating 2 overnight shootings in the Little Rock Metro. What we know right now. And the royal family comes together for a long-awaited reunion in the wake of the Queen's death. The latest from London just ahead. Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Sarah Horbacewicz here with Sierra Clark, both in our Razorback red, because that's probably what everyone's talking about today.
Yeah, absolutely. The Razorbacks just got their first conference win. Big time win for the Razorbacks. They haven't played South Carolina in a while, and I mean, what a game it was. It was Arkansas sophomore running back Rocket Sanders took off. He ran for a career-high 156 yards and scored the first 2 touchdowns for the Hogs. Razorbacks quarterback KJ Jefferson also ran for a score and threw for another to help the Hogs get a 44-30 win over the Gamecocks. Now here's what QB1 had to say after that first SEC win.
I mean, it's real big. I mean, Coach Penny put emphasis on it, starting SEC play. So we know it's going to be a long physical game. So, I mean, we just want to come out, be a more physical and dominant team, and then just show the state that, I mean, this program's still on the rise. I mean, it's still more work we got to do, go back and look at the film and get better and just keep this program on the rise.
That's right. It's always great to see the Hogs win. I know Texas A&M in the SEC West just lost to Appalachian State, so the SEC West is kind of all over the place right now. A little bit. So, I mean, the Hogs, they could make a run for it. We never know. So, but make sure to tune into our Hog Zone. So later at 10:35, we're going to break the game against South Carolina down even more.
All right, thanks so much, Sierra. Now that we have checked in on sports, it's time to check in with Corrales for the latest forecast. Corrales.
Yeah, good evening, you guys. I think I missed a memo with all the red, but I have plenty of red on the map behind me, so I think that counts. Either way, let's take a look at those current temperatures right now. This evening wasn't too hot today. We're sitting in the low 80s right now. It's a bit warmer to our west, though. The cloud cover was varying across the state. That's why it's kind of kept those temperatures a bit cooler in the eastern half. Along with that cloud cover, seeing some spotty showers in place, especially across southern Arkansas there. So if you're near Arkadelphia, crossing over parts of Interstate 30, all the way down near Camden, El Dorado, you guys are seeing some spotty thunder showers there. Here in central Arkansas, it's a lot more spread out, I should say. We're seeing some near the River Valley region and some just to our west here of the metro, but otherwise we've been dry, seeing some breaks in the clouds. A quiet night in store will be partly cloudy, those temperatures in the upper 60s, but we have some cooler nights in store I'll be talking about, and even seeing our first taste of fall weather on the horizon. So more details on that just ahead.
Now to an update on a story we first told you about this morning. We now know the identity of a man killed in Little Rock overnight. Little Rock police tell us that just before 9:45 last night, they were sent to a shot spotter activated call near Van Buren and 12th Streets. When they arrived, they found 18-year-old Akemian Spencer critically wounded in an SUV. 2 other people were in the vehicle and were also shot, but are now recovering in an area hospital. And across town, another man was shot early this morning at the Canopy Apartments after allegedly walking into the wrong apartment. Police say at around 3 a.m., a resident found Joshua Womack in their kitchen and shot him. Womack is currently in critical condition at a local hospital. We are working to get more details on this developing story. Tonight, we are continuing our coverage of the Memphis shooting rampage that rocked the city earlier this week. In a new development, the Memphis police now say that 3 people were killed in the attack, not 4 like they initially reported. This comes as Ezekiel Kelly made his first appearance in court yesterday. So far, Kelly is only being charged with first-degree murder in the death of Dwayne Tunstall, but other charges are expected. Tunstall was the first of 3 people Kelly allegedly killed on Wednesday night. One of the other victims in that violent shooting spree was 38-year-old Allison Parker, an Arkansas nurse. A vigil was held in West Memphis last night to honor her. Tonight, Yvonne Thomas shares how the community is coming together to support Parker's grieving family.
Not even the rain could keep people away. Father, today we come to you with humbled hearts.
With heavy hearts and bowed heads, dozens prayed for hope, healing, and the family of Allison Parker. The 38-year-old mother and nurse was shot and killed Wednesday in Midtown when a 19-year-old gunman went on a shooting spree in Memphis. Allison Parker worked in West Memphis, Arkansas as a nurse. Her office right across the street from City Hall. People who knew her say she was also a devoted mother.
That family needs your prayers. We must cover them and let anyone that's looking to do harm to know when you hurt one of us, you hurt all of us.
Mayor Marco McClendon also took this time to commend police officers for their work in keeping the community safe. He also says he wants to create an alert system with Memphis and surrounding areas to alert the public if something like this were to ever happen again. Reporting in West Memphis, Arkansas, I'm Yvonne Thomas.
This morning, friends and family honored the memory of Eliza Fletcher as they laid her to rest following a private funeral. Fletcher was the Memphis mother and teacher who was killed after being kidnapped while on an early morning jog near the University of Memphis. The family requests well-wishers donate to one of the Liza Welford Fletcher Memorial Funds set up at either St. Mary's Episcopal School or Christ Methodist Day School. This weekend marks the 21st anniversary of the 9/11 attacks. Today, hundreds of first responders and Arkansans came together for a stair climb, at Jack Stevens Center on the campus of UALR. Everyone climbed 110 floors this morning, just like those first responders on 9/11 did. This is the 4th annual stair climb, and while it's meant to remember the sacrifice and the tragedy of the attacks, the event also aims to help current first responders. The event supports the Arkansas Firefighter Cancer Relief Network Trust Fund, or CRUMP Law, which provides funds for firefighters who are diagnosed with cancer and participate in the network. Bo Hagar says today's work is all in an effort to never forget.
If you're 21 or younger, you have no recollection of a pre-9/11 world like the rest of us do. And you were raised in this environment of extra securities and all that stuff. And it's important that we spread the memory and never forget the sacrifice that was given on that day by thousands of people, not just first responders, but thousands of people that allow us to have the freedoms and the liberties that we do today.
Tells us that organizers are already planning on next year's stair climb. Today, King Charles III was officially crowned king with an official proclamation. Danya Bacchus is outside Windsor Castle with the details.
To bless His Majesty with long and happy years to reign over us.
King Charles III was officially proclaimed Britain's monarch on Saturday. In a centuries-old tradition that marked the beginning of a new era and informed the public of their new leader.
I am deeply aware of this great inheritance and of the duties and heavy responsibilities of sovereignty, which have now passed to me.
The king promised to follow the inspiring example set by Queen Elizabeth as he steps into the role that he prepared for all of his life.
My mother's reign was unequaled in its duration, its dedication, and its devotion.
Later in the day, King Charles met with a smiling crowd outside Buckingham Palace.
Oh, hail the king!
The royal fans here at Windsor Castle were treated to a surprise as the king's sons and their wives came together to greet the public.
It's a really strong sense of unity, I think, for the royal family, and it was really lovely to see.
Prince Harry and Meghan split from the royal family last year. As they walked with Prince William and Princess Kate, many here became hopeful the Queen's death will bring the family closer together.
Make amends, brush everything under the carpet and become, brothers again. You need your family at this time as well.
On Wednesday, the Queen will lie in state for 4 days in Westminster Hall for the public to pay their respects. The state funeral will then be on September 19th at Westminster Abbey. Danya Bacchus, CBS News, Windsor, England.
The last member of the royal family to lie in state in Westminster Hall was the Queen's mother in 2002. On Sunday, the Queen's body will take a 6-hour journey as it travels from Balmoral Estate in Scotland to Edinburgh for a church service to be held on Monday. Still ahead tonight, calling all cosplayers, Comic-Con is in town. When we come back, we'll have a look at the excitement taking over downtown Little Rock. Corrales?
Oh, you know that's my favorite right there. So I know we're all waiting for the fall weather to really make its way on in here. Are we going to be seeing our first taste of fall in the forecast? We'll have the details just ahead.